Dior launched the mini size in 20 of 20. Small and exquisite, simple design without losing atmosphere. In Europe, counter mini tote has been in a packet of hard to find state. So that is what it says on the little blog post here. It says that the important thing is that the mini is not heavy at all. The whole shape on the body is more artistic. So if you can see Rihanna actually she's wearing a saddlebag also with a little mini tote. And there is also this other model who is holding this bag as well, and this is in comparison. So as you can see in comparison, just within a photo viewpoint as well too with the bag here, it is a very different like proportion size. It's not supposed to be this square type of layering size with this kind of long oval strap, but it is super cute, and I probably might even use it, you know, if I were to go out somewhere and all this stuff. I do have to say, you know, it's very interesting because people will always say like, oh, well, there's all these, you know, other brands that, you know, sell these bags for $300-400 and they don't have to be a replica bag. They're very well made or made with very well leather, like for example Michael Kors or whatever it is. But yeah, that's true, you know, but for me at the end of the day, yes, I love the designs, and yes, maybe I do like the fact that it gives me the idea that I have made it successful, and when people look at me they can see that maybe I might look a certain way, and cool. I'm not going to deny that I like attention, okay? At the end of the day, I am a Libra and we love attention. We are also very materialistic, but that is just me, you know? And some people will also like to say certain things about other people, but honey, at the end of the day, this bag, whether it costs a few $100s or a couple $1,000s, it's gonna do the same usage to me. It doesn't matter if it's real or not, to be honest. It's going to sit in my closet, collect dust when I don't use it. It's gonna get banged up and scratched up, and for me to think, do I want to spend a few $1,000s on a bag that I know is probably gonna get banged up and dinged up and messed up and I'm just gonna throw away my money? Or should I buy something that is a really good replica, take my money and invest it into really better things, like let's say the stock market or a business idea, or funding a business plan that I've always wanted, or saving and putting it into better, smarter things? I think that is a much wiser thing for me to do than to sit here and spend my money on all these luxury items that isn't really going to feed my happiness, that isn't really going to give me anything out of it except the fact that I have this bag that is just sitting there costing me money. That is just my point of view. I know everyone has their own say and their own different ideas that they have to think about and put in whenever someone does a review. I totally get it. You literally can say and think whatever, but on my channel, this is my channel, and I get to say and think and do and whatever it is I want to put out there and speak my truth, and so that's what I'm gonna do. Moving on to shipping. So shipping did take, I want to say, about anywhere between 3 weeks for this bag. This bag did come shipped with FedEx. Oh my goodness, it just got very bright. This bag got shipped with FedEx and it came super fast, and compared to DHgate purchases or AliExpress purchases, you buy them and they just take forever. Like when I say forever, I mean like 2 months, 3 months sometimes, okay? But I do also want to clarify that right now there is a very big, just problematic issue going on with China. There's been a huge outbreak of COVID cases, and that has caused a lot of factories to shut down, a lot of shipments being delayed. And so if you are going to order something from China from a private seller, even DHgate itself, just keep in mind that these companies, it's just going to be delayed. You know, you're not getting scammed. You will get your items. Well, that's only if you are buying from a reputable seller who is actually good compared to some of the scammer ones, okay? I do want to point out as well too that, you know, I don't think that it's right for these companies to steal the designs. You know, I don't think that's right. I think that's very wrong because these companies did work very hard for the designs. But at the end of the day, I don't want to also spend my money on these products. So I'm gonna buy a cheaper one and a replica one. Maybe when I make it very big in the future, right? When I have a lot of money to spend and I actually wouldn't, you know, hurt my bank account spending $2,000, $4,000, $6,000 on a bag. Heck, maybe then I will be able to justify buying these luxury items. But in the meantime, I just can't find myself spending that much money because, well, what's the point of buying a $6,000 bag and saving up just to go eat McDonald's tomorrow? Like, that doesn't make any sense, okay? So just think smart when you're spending your money. Like, a lot of people have different, you know, ideas and they're so embarrassed about what other people have to think and say, but it's like, you have to stop thinking all these negative thoughts. You have to stop thinking about other people, okay? People have so many other things going on in their head, in their lives, that the last thing that they're thinking about is you walking out of your house that you're wearing a fake bag. And if you are, then so what? So be it. Like, it doesn't matter, okay? You know, I don't think it's right of these companies to copy the designs of these designer brands who have worked so hard to achieve, you know, their goals and dreams and aspirations. But it's just wrong that these corporate businesses or business people have taken over these brands that either one person made up just to kind of change, you know, the fashion industry. And that has been the, you know, topic for a while with these designer brands. If you look at, for example, Louis Vuitton and even a lot of these other ideas of people and what they kind of showcase, it's the fact that they're selling these ideas, right? And it's like a marketing strategy where if they are able to provide a bag and sell it to the poor, lower class, middle working income average people, they are more than likely to kind of target this crowd who are thinking that, oh my God, if I spend $3,000 on a bag, then it must be good, right? But it's just more of this marketing strategy that people have to understand that they're giving into a brand name. It's not the quality items. It's not anything like that. If you want to do some research, you can definitely look up at like Supreme, for example, who did a marketing test with people who bought literally a brick of Supreme for hundreds of dollars, and it was simply because they took a red brick and they stamped the name Supreme on the bag. So at the end of the day, these designer brands, you know, and replica, you know, manufacturers and all these things, it just, you don't know. One person, you know, is selling all these things and ripping people off. One person, their people are saying it's child labor and all these negative things, but they're selling it for cheaper and blah, 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 blah. But which one are you going to side with? Each one has a lot of pros and cons, and it just kind of depends, right? Like, I think everything in life has yin and yang, black and white, like good and bad. So it just depends on what you want to choose and believe in. You know, I can literally go on for hours about this topic, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to just put that little snippet into this video just to kind of say my 2 cents about this. I don't think it's right. I don't think that they should do that. I also don't think that it's, you know, even, it's worse when these brands try to sell a bag that's fake as a real one. That's when it gets very, very wrong. But there are also a lot of different private sellers who do have really, really good qualities, make the same bags, real leather, one-to-one replicas, and it's like 97% identical, which is like, you know, why not? Like, I don't see why people have such a big problem with these fake bags and their ideas, and like, just everyone has their own beliefs, okay? Like, everyone has their own things that they want to believe in. So you can't really go around shoving your truth down someone else's throat because they're gonna believe something else. And I'm gonna leave this video there. So thanks for listening. I don't know if I talked about everything. If I missed anything, any points, let me know, because I feel like I rambled on, to be honest, about my emotions and how I felt about certain topics and things that people have been spilling and saying about all these different, you know, comments and concerns about people. But I also just wanted to clarify, you know, at the end of...
There we go. So it's somewhat in the center. It's a little bit off to the from the midline, but the back side looks pretty good, I guess. See the rose ballerine. The button should be the same color as the inside color here. Mine is a little bit darker. So, but I mean, overall, I'll give 8 out of 10 as far as accuracy goes. So when you open up like this, looks like so. And this feels good. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna see how I like it, and if I do, I might order some more from DHgate. That's monogram. I was a little bit hesitant to order monogram from DHgate because it's hard to get have this layout correctly. You're supposed to put the button in the right spot, and like this one in the right spot and stuff like that. And I think it's pretty good. I wish with this the flower and this print can be a little bit darker and more bold. Not bold, bold. Like, you know, more vibrant. I almost can see through the brown in the background. But $25, I think this is good. Alright, let's see. That was my unboxing. Thank you for. And then pull out. And then when you close it, pull it down and then close it. So again, pull down and opens. And pull down, close. So no matter how hard you push this part, it's not gonna work. You're gonna break it. So yeah, that's how it opens. Oh, fun fact before we start. Did you know the clay means a key in maybe French? So when you say key clay, it means key. I thought that was funny. I still like the sound of key clay better than key pouch. But I thought that was funny. Yeah, let's finally start. So it opens up like so. Oops, got stuck. Oh, got stuck on my lens wipe. Alright, first thing. Burt's Bees strawberry lip balm. And lens wipes. These were stuck on the zipper. These are from Costco. They're really useful to clean glasses, sunglasses, camera lens. Another lens wipe. This came with the cell phone case, I think. I didn't need it at the time, so I just put it in here. Some cash. Always needs emergency cash. Hair tie. Oh, so I always...
They are, and they'll get lost. So I really need to work on writing out, you know, this card is specifically for this bag and have it elsewhere, or else, you know, if I lose it or something, then someone's going to be able to sell it and have the authenticity card. So that's going to be bad news for me. So in addition to the space down there, there's also a flap right here in the front, and you can definitely hold a lot of stuff there as well, like your phone or any notes or letters. And then also in the back, there's a slot for you to hold items. Most of the time, because it is a double flap bag, you'll notice you'll have to, you know, undo this clip and then open it to reach stuff. And for me, one trick that I always do is I just stick my phone itself out here, you know, and it's so much more convenient because, you know, when I need it, I just can grab it and I don't have to dig in there. So that is kind of a pain. It's probably the only con of it, is that it's kind of hard to take things in and out of there. And with this bag, the chain length can be adjusted. You just have to have the flap open, and you can make it a longer chain, or you can have it where it's a shorter chain. So you can wear it as a shoulder bag, or the way I always wear it and like to wear it is the longer way, like this, because I just think it looks so much classier when you wear it this way, because the bag itself is small, so when you wear it as a shoulder bag, I think it's like right underneath your arm, and I just don't really think it looks too pretty that way. But you can definitely wear it that way, and I have worn it that way before, and I will show you later coming up how it looks when you wear it the long way versus the shoulder bag.